Oh man, we were just watching the clip of you fucking saying that you wanted to assault Howard Stern. That was the best.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you tweeted that. He had the clip talking about you, and then you had the tweets basically saying, I will fuck you up. When I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm like, nobody ever did Howard like that. That's fire.
Yeah, dude. Fuck Howard, man.
You still got a chip on your shoulder about that?
For sure. Because he was like the first real person like talk. Okay, like when I oh, man, this is going back so far, dude.
I like it. Let's dig in.
Like when I was 19. Okay, this is 2009, 2010. So it's a while ago when I dropped like my first song. When I was in college, the white and purple shit you were talking about. It was a remix of Black and Yellow. Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow. I remember. The Wiz Khalifa song.
Classic.
From my college.
I think your version was better.
Thanks, bro. Wow, that's... yeah, I made it for my school, my college, because our colors were white and purple, and I just made a song like that. And he shit on me so hard, dude. Howard shitted on me so hard, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm a 19-year-old kid, bro. Like, why are you picking on a little kid? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? And to this day, I'm just like, that shit wasn't cool, dude. That shit wasn't cool. And it's like, fuck him, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but he's an old man, so it's like, it wouldn't be right for me to beat his ass, but, you know.
You could get another old man
in
to
his
beat
prime.
his ass.
In his prime, that would be a great fucking fight to line up. Me versus Howard Stern when he was like 30.
I think he's like 8 feet tall.
I think he's like 80 years old now.
He is, but you know, it's like if you ever had a problem with a girl, like theoretically, you could send another girl to fight her.
Yeah.
You could find another geriatric ass old man to fight.
Yeah, that's a good fucking idea. Like challenge him to a duel, and then I find another senior citizen to be my second. I'm like, I'm not going to duel you. He's going to.
You ever think
I'll
of starting a YouTube channel?
I'll just go to Gold's Gym and find the most yoked fucking old dude I can.
That just sounds like a great vlog.
That is a great fucking vlog.
That should be the first Chet vlog.
Dude, I need to start a vlog.
I think that could be big.
Will you help me?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, sick.
That'd be amazing. I just want to like go live a day in the life. I just really want to go work out on the beach and get some margaritas after.
Let's do it.
Case of White Claws.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm down anytime you want.
Okay, was that Howard Stern thing though the first time that you had really been like attacked in the media in relation? And because it's kind of like you growing up, it's like yes, you have this famous ass dad, but you know you're growing up in Beverly Hills. There's a lot of people whose parents have done important shit. Was it like never really that big of a thing until then, or like how did that kind of change the way that you viewed it?
Like my dad's fame, or
and just the way that it would make people sort of judge you by this crazy standard.
Yeah, I mean, people already judged me like that before, but that was the first time it was just on like a massive public level,
right? And
it was a shock, and it was painful, dude, because like I was just a 19-year-old kid, like having fun, like talking about like my like being in a fraternity in college. Like I wasn't like talking about anything out of pocket. Like I wasn't like trying to act like I'm like a big thug. Like you know what I mean?
If
like,
you had been gangbanging, it would have been more roast worthy, you know? Yeah.
Like I wasn't like talking about anything like out of pocket. Like I was just, you know, like having fun, and he shitted on me so hard. It was just kind of like, man, it was like it was hurtful, you know? Yeah. And like, you know, but you know, like you gotta have thick skin, period. And it's like, you know, it is what it is.
Definitely.
But I just thought it's like he should have known better, because it's just like I was just like a fucking 19-year-old kid, dude. But that's how shit is. These motherfuckers, like, they have to have shit to talk about. They have to have little petty bullshit. That's literally their job. Like Wendy Williams, bro.
She talked about you?
Bro, she has talked about me so many fucking times, dude. Wendy Williams has talked about me so many times. You know what? And one day Jason Lee called me up, because I have a good relationship with him. I've been on Hollywood Unlocked.
Shout out Jason.
Me and Jason are cool.
Good guy.
And Jason hit me up this was like a year ago. And then Jason hit me up, and he's like, Chet, I have someone on the phone that wants to talk to you. It's out of the blue. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm going to conference her in. Boo. And it was like, Chet, it's Wendy. I'm like, oh, nah, dude. I'm like, she's like, I need you to come on the show. You need to come on the show. You need to do your white chocolate. And I was real with her, dude. I said, Wendy, you shitted on me so many times. You said shit about my baby mama. Like that's disrespectful. And now I was real with her. I was like, you were so disrespectful. Like that, like you cause problems for me, like in my real life. You know what I mean? And she was like, oh, you know, that's just my job. I don't even remember what I say. People just tell me what to say, and I say it. And I'm like, so that's your excuse?
Right.
That's your fucking excuse? Oh, so you can't be held accountable because it's like your job, but like that is their fucking job. And you know what, dude? I don't respect it. I don't fucking respect it. I don't respect that. I don't respect Howard Stern. If that's your fucking job, dude, and your excuse is, well, I gotta talk shit about people because it's my job. Get a better fucking job then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you really want to fucking do your job well, then you should nurture good relationships with people and not just shit on whoever the fuck you know what I mean? Whoever you can, just because you're desperate for like clickbait.
They create punching bags for content.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And it's like, you're not the first one.
You know?
But now they look back at like the Britney Spears shit.
Yeah.
And everybody with like, you know, a couple decades of hindsight can say, look how terrible the media treated her and how brutal. But she still deserves a degree of sympathy in the public's eye because, oh, she's a pop star, she's so talented, yada, yada. But like, you know, I feel like they put you in a category where it's like, oh, he's a punching bag that is guilt-free. Because we assume that he should have had the most idealistic, perfect life, as if rich kids don't shoot up schools, as if, you know, whatever, you know. That's kind of, it's weird how our society decides that certain people are not deserving of any sympathy.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. All on an assumption. All on an assumption. And in my case, the assumption just wasn't fucking true. And that was the most like mindfuck part about it, dude, because it's like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm the only rich kid I know who like was not raised with money. Like, period. Like every other single rich family I know, and it doesn't matter if they're super rich or whether they're like upper middle class or whatever. Like I grew up with kids that like whose parents were like dentists. Like they weren't worth hundreds of millions. You know what I mean? They were like they lived well, and they, you know, like they lived comfortable lifestyles, but like they weren't worth hundreds of millions. And these kids like were spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten. You know what I mean? And here I am, everyone's looking at me like I'm spoiled rotten, and I wasn't spoiled at all, dude. Like I've had to earn every fucking dollar I've ever made, period.
Right.
I never was given money. I was never given an allowance. When I was broke and I was like, Mom, Dad, like I need money. I'm broke. I don't have enough money like to go to dinner. They're like, well, if you want us to help you find a job, we'll help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and so there were years of my life, especially in college, when I'm like a broke ass college kid, like most college kids are, where I was really fucking broke, dude. Like if I had $500 in my bank account, like I was stoked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like for years of my life. But so I'm really like living like that. But then I have the whole world treating me like I'm some asshole prick, rich kid, like douchebag, like Richie Rich, like douchebag. So it's like I got like I got like all the cons of like, you know, like people hating you because you're being a rich kid with like none of the pros. You know what I mean? Because I was actually broke.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm the first person to have money in my fucking family history, basically, and I think about that all the time. Is like, you know, for my parents, they told me to go get a job when I was like 13, you know, and like, what am I going to do for my kid? Like, am I going to just tell her like, you're 16, it's time to go work at the grocery store? Like, even though I could totally afford for her to have a different lifestyle. But when you look at that decision by your parents, do you think that was the right decision?
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. I respect it because, you know, like most of those kids that were spoiled rotten, like they end up like just, you know, it's hard to you know, it's hard to have like hunger for things like when you've already been given everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you've been driving a fucking Bentley Flying Spur since the age of 16,
right,
and you just got like your parents just bought it for you. You know what I mean? Like by the time you're like an adult, like it's very rare for those kids to like actually have motivation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Because
Like,
you probably have so many peers that you've seen do that.
yeah, and there's like this. There's also just like this dynamic like of like kids like certain rich kids like they have like, you know, like if like kids like I grew up with kids that like were super spoiled like that, and then they end up like having like a whole like they're like sycophants like leeches. You know what I mean? Like a whole like crew of little like fucking gophers. You know what I mean? Like they roll with like an entourage of gophers of like their friends who like are supposed to be like their like inner circle of friends, but they really just like treat them like shit because they don't have any respect for them because they know these kids are just like hanging around them like to like for access to like their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So they like they really treat their friends like shit. You know what I mean? And they're like, go get me this. You know what I mean? Like they treat them like they're like fucking employees. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
you know,
like, I see that all the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time. And then I never vibed with those kids because like I didn't, you know, like I was not raised that way at all. You know what I mean? Even though they you know, one would think that I was, because I was a celebrity kid too. These others like celebrity kids just lived a completely different lifestyle than me, and you know, it was a trip. You know, it was a trip because people always go, you know, well, do you hang out with other celebrities' kids? And I'm like, well, I know some of them, but like we don't hang out because it's like, you know, they only hang out with like dick riders who like are like their employees. You know what I'm saying? It's like a weird dynamic, you know?
Yeah, because that's one thing. Like people always don't understand how like successful people don't really like kick it like that. And it's like once you're really successful or really like grinding on something, working on something, like other successful people who are working on their own thing, it's kind of like weird for them to coexist. And I guess it's kind of the same dynamic with a lot of like people who are just born into money or whatever, is that they kind of want people around who are going to sort of suck their dick, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's just like a lot of fucking leeches, dude, and people that are just like using, you know, like people that are just trying to use them for their own benefit, you know, for their own fucking their own social ladder, you know.
But you get to see a super dark side of that because it's you also get like the woke women on Twitter who choose to use you as like a stand-in for like white supremacy. Like somehow the White Boy Summer song is actually a song about like white people taking over, and they like project their like fears about white men onto you.